Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Top of the List. And Merry Christmas to all our viewers. Happy holidays if you don't celebrate Christmas. Coming at you guys on the night before Christmas Eve, December 23rd. Of course, I'm Dom, and I'm here with my co-host RB. And we have want to try to keep this one a little on the shorter side, but we did want to get out some sort of themed episode like we did for Halloween. We did want to get a Christmas themed episode out. So we're going to be picking one movie each that is our Christmas tradition. So a lot of movies to consider here. We took some time to, try to figure out which one was our, yearly movie we just have to watch every Christmas. And, for me, there was many, and for Ryan, there was many. But we're going to save the other ones that we came up with for next year. That way we don't run out of movies or anything. So without further ado, I just want to talk about a movie that I have to watch, me and my family, every Christmas. And me and Ryan always go back and forth on whether or not this is a Christmas movie or not. But if you can't tell, I'm going to be talking about Die Hard. That's my pick for my yearly Christmas tradition. And I guess I want to start off with just giving my score, why I think this movie is amazing. And then I have a little article from Screen Rant that I wanted to share with everybody and get Ryan's feedback on it. So Ryan, I think you said you have seen Die Hard before, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
cool.
that's correct. I've seen Die Hard, and I think I do hold a rather unpopular opinion when I think you're going to try and convince me here. I don't know how well you're going to do from this article and whatnot, but I do not think Die Hard is a Christmas movie. My belief is that this film, just because it takes place on Christmas, does not make it a Christmas movie. Does that mean it's not a great Christmas tradition like you have with your family? No, that's definitely great, and I'm all for it. But I still don't believe it is a Christmas movie, and I'm really excited to see how you try and convince me here.
Okay, awesome. And then I guess that just made me question, what warrants a Christmas movie? Does it have to do with the theme? Is that what you're saying? That's what makes a Christmas movie?
Personally, to me, yes. It has to have the main, I don't know, genre or theme has to take place with Christmas or Christmas time,
Okay.
And Die Hard, there's a lot of awesome stuff that happens in this movie,
Yeah.
but none of it really has anything to do with Christmas,
Yeah.
with the
And I
exception
can
of the
see where you're
date
coming
being
from.
December 25th.
Yeah, definitely. Totally with you on that. But I do have some evidence and some stuff to see if I could sway you here.
Okay.
So my score, of course, for Die Hard, is it one of those, the highest masterpiece, 10 out of 10? This movie was directed by John McTiernan. I don't think it's his best movie. John McTiernan, the master of action movie making, in my opinion. And his best movie has got to be Predator. The original with Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's like up there with Terminator 2 as far as I'm concerned with the best action movies of all time. And this one is just a step below that. I'm going to give this one a 9.5 out of 10. Not that 10 out of 10 level movie, but just as close as I can get to it. There is so much awesomeness happening in this movie. And I guess I just want to explain why I like to watch it every Christmas. Me and my family, we enjoy watching, It's a Wonderful Life, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, all of those, classic one, A Charlie Brown Christmas, all that stuff. We love watching that stuff every
Oh
year.
yeah.
But
And see, to me, I'm just going to jump in here
yeah,
real quickly.
go.
To me, and we talked about this during Halloween. To me, those films, around Christmas time, obviously are 10 out of 10s, but you would never watch them at any point throughout the rest of the year. I mean, maybe I would say, It's a Wonderful Life is a 10 out of 10 no matter when you watch it.
Absolutely.
But the rest of those, yeah, you have to watch them during Christmas time. But does that make them great movies anytime throughout the year? No, not at all.
Yeah, absolutely not. I think this is a great movie any time of the year. And the reason me and my family like to watch it during Christmas is because, we like to watch those regular kind of Christmas movies, but sometimes you get tired of your generic plot, and sometimes we're looking for something a little more exciting. And that's what I think this movie does the best. It's suspenseful and exciting, but it takes place during Christmas time, and it reminds you of Christmas. And this is bringing me into my argument as to why I think it is a Christmas movie.
Okay.
So it takes place, number one, a lot of Christmas movies deal with this, a Christmas Eve party, a holiday party at a giant business. A lot of Christmas movies have a giant holiday party in them, and that's the main centerpiece for this action spectacle of a film. And as far as the themes go, that kind of leads me into my Screen Rant article where John McTiernan has said in a long video, this was about 5 days ago, they posted this behind the scenes video for the Academy. And this is what he said. I have his quote right here. He says, "Other people started to catch on that this was a movie where the hero was a real human being, and the people of authority, all of the important folks, were all portrayed as kind of foolish. Everybody, as they came to work on the movie, began to get that. As I said, this movie is an escapee from the Hollywood machine, and there was a joy in it. We hadn't intended it to be a Christmas movie, but the joy came from that it turned into a Christmas movie over time." And it's a really long video where he talks about it, but in essence, his backing or evidence as to why it's a Christmas movie is because he says the movie itself is a repudiation of authoritarianism, as well as the excess of capitalism, which is rife in all kinds of Christmas movies as well. Because, of course, it has to do with John McClane um, facing off against Hans Gruber, who is kind of this self-righteous terrorist, but he's trying to rob
Right. Yeah.
$650 million from this building that John McClane's wife works at. And he's always making these comments on, oh, are you just another, he's talking to John McClane. This is Hans Gruber talking to John McClane, who's Hans Gruber is played beautifully by Alan Rickman, one of the
Yeah.
best movie villains of all
Absolutely.
time.
Oh,
Yeah,
without a doubt. Yeah.
totally. And, he says, are you just another American that watched too much TV? A John Wayne type character, another cowboy out for, he's making fun of American idealism. And like you said, authoritarianism, how being an American makes you automatically better. That's what it's about. And that's why when we talk about Christmas a lot, at least when I think of Christmas a lot, sometimes it does get burdened by the American capitalism overview of it, where it's all about getting a gift, about getting a toy. It's about doing whatever you can to get that one toy that your kid wants. And there's a lot of movies in Christmas, specifically I think it's a Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger, that has to do a lot with getting a toy and the effects of capitalism like that. And I think that in itself is the perfect essence of a Christmas movie. And John McClane, he's your American hero, and all he wants to do is be with his family for Christmas, and he has to get through this pack of terrorists that are holding his wife hostage. And in the end, him and his wife, they make up and they kiss and they go right off into the sunset. And I think it's a perfect Christmas movie ending. But yeah, this is a really fun movie to watch every Christmas, and I highly recommend it.
I mean, I have a couple of things to about here. I'm going to argue that this is a great movie to watch anytime, Christmas or
Yeah.
not. I love that you've made it a tradition, and so many people have made this a Christmas tradition. To me, I like the explanation there, and it brings up some quite fair points. But when I'm sitting down to watch a movie, I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about what's going on in the movie. And when I sit down and watch Die Hard, I do not think Christmas movie.
Mhm.
Yes, there's a Christmas party going on. But I mean, you were talking about like the American hero concept. I mean, lest we forget, Christmas is not an American holiday. Christmas
Right.
is celebrated around the world. And I understand there are American ideals tied with Christmas, but I think there are American ideals tied with a lot of things. And to me, that does not make it a Christmas movie. Enjoyable movie, absolutely. Plenty of people's Christmas traditions, yes, and I'm all for it. But is this a Christmas movie? At least by my definition, no.
And what I just wanted to kind of touch on what I was saying there about the Americanism is that, it's not necessarily that, of course, Christmas is celebrated globally, but the ideas of when you say the word Christmas to someone and you ask someone, explain to me what Christmas is, everyone has that idea of what it means to people in America. I think it's just like, it's American culture has taken over the idea of Christmas, in my opinion, at least. I don't know if you disagree with that or not,
Well,
but
I mean, I hate to say it, but the decks are stacked against me here, because not only do I not know what Christmas would look like anywhere else around the world, but also because I don't celebrate American Christmas. I'm
exactly.
Jewish. Like I've seen what Christmas looks like, but personally, have I celebrated it all
Right.
that much, with the exception of going to like an office Christmas party?
Yeah,
No, I have
yeah.
not. So,
That's why
um,
it's a little one-sided. Sorry about
yeah,
that.
I mean, no, it's cool. I get it. And like I said, the best part about this is just because I don't feel like this is a Christmas movie, it's your family's Christmas tradition, and I'm all
Mm,
for it.
yeah.
And that's you brought up a great point at the end that almost swayed me. But the whole point is he wants to spend Christmas with his family, and that's what to me, whether or not you truly celebrate this holiday like myself. I mean, we're all off of work, or back in the day when we were still in school, off of school, and that's what this time is it
Yeah.
brings family together. I mean, you and I are both, we live away from our families now, but we're back home with our families simply because we got the time off of work. And this is a time that, is meant to be spent with family, whether or not you celebrate Christmas. And the fact that this movie brings your family together and so many families together still, makes me happy and all about it, that other people are calling it a Christmas movie, even though I don't feel that way.
Plus, not to mention, it's one of the best action movies ever,
Yeah,
man. It is
without a
so
doubt.
cool. So
Yeah.
awesome. So many great moments, but
Yeah. I want to
don't
say
want to
the
go through
first
all
time
of
I,
them.
yeah, yeah, I think the first time I saw this film was like I was 10 or 11 years old, and just so awesome. But
Yeah,
when I saw that, I would have never, until someone told me this was a Christmas movie, even put this on the radar as being a Christmas movie. This is an
totally.
action movie in its
Me
purest
neither,
sense.
either. For in
Yeah.
that sense of the word, either. I don't like. I didn't start thinking of it as a Christmas movie until I watched it the third and fourth time.
Hmm.
But yeah, first watch, did not think of it as a Christmas movie. But I want to go into your holiday tradition pick, Ryan.
Yeah, yeah, and it truly shocks me that you have not seen this one, Dom.
Yeah.
But like I said, I do not celebrate Christmas, but this is a tradition, as it is for many people. My dad and I watch it every year, and he grew up watching it. And this is A Christmas Story.
Mm.
Um, Honestly, I think a true masterpiece of cinema, 10 out of 10. And I will say that I can watch this anytime throughout the year without it
Wow.
being Christmas, and still will say it's a 10 out of 10. This film follows this young kid, Ralphie, played by Peter Billingsley. He is brilliant in it. And it starts December 1st, and the days leading up to Christmas. And it's in small town Indiana. I think it takes place in the 50s, so just sort of the heart of the baby boomer era. So like for my era, it's seeing back to like what my dad's childhood was like, maybe a little bit older than my dad, maybe my grandparents. But it's this great film about sort of the opposite of what you were saying about Die Hard. It's all about the Americana Christmas, picking out that toy, going to all the stores and seeing all the toys and finding what you want, and children's fantasies about what they're going to do with their toys. I mean, Ralphie wants this Red Ryder carbine action BB gun, and that's all he wants, and it's all he talks about for Christmas. And just things go wrong, but once again, like you said with Die Hard, at its heart, it's all okay, because it's all about on Christmas Day, everyone's together with their family and happy. And like I said, I'm kind of saddened that you haven't seen this, and I'm going to pitch an episode idea here that maybe we watch this, or you watch this. It's on literally 24 hours on TBS from midnight Christmas Eve to midnight Christmas Day. I
Oh,
want you to
okay.
watch this, and I'd like to do a review of this, just because you've never seen it, and that surprised me. But I think this is a brilliant piece of cinema. Christmas or not, very similar to Die Hard in my opinion, but totally different movie, totally real life relatable comedy.
Yeah.
But I love this movie. The director, I just had it up, directed by Bob Clark. He hasn't done much else, in his career, and it was based on a book called In God We Trust, The Others Pay Cash. And yeah, I can watch this movie again and again. Not only do I watch this once on Christmas, I'll probably watch it 2 or 3 times every Christmas, just because you got to watch it, man. I have nothing else to say about this. I mean, the whole cast is incredible. From, like I said, Peter Billingsley, who plays Ralphie. The whole film is done in a reminiscence. So it's older Ralphie, sort of narrating the film as it's redone by younger Ralphie. And it's just, it captures the essence of how everyone feels as a 10-year-old kid on Christmas morning. So Peter Billingsley is in it. He's great. Melinda Dillon plays his mother. She is absolutely hilarious. And then Darren McGavin plays the father, and just that's sort of our core unit. They are so funny, and it touches on a lot of things outside of Christmas as well. There's there's a great scene where he gets into he stands up for his friends and beats down a bully. I mean, it talks about that, and things like you know it's small town Americana even outside of Christmas. So that's why I think this is a great movie year round.
Ah,
You watch
okay.
it during Christmas, but it touches on so many other things. It's just really enjoyable. I think you would really enjoy it, Dom.
Is this the movie where the kid gets his tongue stuck to the lamppost?
Yes,
Okay, that's the
that
only
is.
thing I know about
Yeah, that is
it.
one of. So that's his friend Flick. Who,
Okay.
yeah, there's a whole great sequence setting up there, rivaling of the good, the bad, and the ugly, like a standoff between two kids. That's like I double dog dare you scene. That, like I said, the way it's done is similar to like an old school like Western shootout. I love the scene and the way they do that with something as simple as just kids playing out on the schoolyard.
Awesome. Yeah, I think I definitely want to check this one out. I'm surprised myself I haven't seen it. And I guess one other question before we go is, have you seen a Charlie Brown Christmas?
Oh, without a doubt, yeah,
Without a
every
doubt,
year,
yeah.
yeah,
I think that is also, a family favorite of mine as well. And, um, growing up, that was my favorite Christmas movie because I hadn't seen It's a Wonderful Life when I was young.
right.
I hadn't seen these other Die Hard until I was in my teens. But,
Hmm.
growing up as a kid, it was always a Charlie Brown Christmas every year. And, I think the best scene in that whole movie course comes at the end when they get the tiny, me and my family call it the Charlie Brown Christmas tree, the skinny Christmas tree, and they put it up, and it's just really beautiful. Even when I'm an older gentleman
Oh yeah.
now, I cry, I tear up. It's so beautiful.
No, I definitely feel that. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a that's definitely anything. I love everything that the Peanuts and Charles M. Schultz created. Um, yeah, I mean it's truly magnificent, and not just that one. I love everything Charlie Brown really
me too.
and Peanuts. Yeah, so
Yeah, I remember us going
that's
to
really
Knott's
good.
Berry Farm and many times when we were in high school together, and
Oh
lots
yeah.
of Peanuts themed stuff there.
Yep. Yep. So
Totally.
those are good ones. Definitely, no matter what holiday, they seem to have a good one around all of them. The Thanksgiving one and the Christmas, of course, the quintessentials, but they have other ones out there as well.
All right, awesome. So those are our holiday or Christmas movie traditions. Just wanted to share those with you guys, and of course, wish you guys a very happy holidays, no matter what you're doing. Hopefully, it's spending time with your family, like me and Ryan are, of course. And we're gonna be coming at you guys with a few more reviews once me and Ryan get back to top of the list headquarters. Gonna get back to our old set, and we got a couple surprises for you there. And in January, we're going to be talking Cobra Kai, of course. That is coming out really fast, and we are very excited to speak about the new season of Cobra Kai. Seen a lot
Oh
of
yeah.
trailers, and yeah, really hyped for that. I know you are too, buddy.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah. Huge shout out to you and your dad for calling that to our attention, Caitlin and myself, and really excited to watch this new season. With you, like you said, at top of the list headquarters.
All right. Well, happy holidays to you and your family, Ryan, and hopefully you want to take us out as far as our Instagram handles and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Same to you, Dom, and same to all of our viewers at home. Wishing you a happy holiday season and a very happy new year, closing out this very eventful 2020. You can find Dom on Instagram, at Twitter at Dom Gonzalez, DOMGONZALES 48. You can find me on Instagram at RB_the_SID or on Twitter at RB with the call. Feel free to follow us, leave us a message, drop us a DM on anything you'd like to see us review as we approach the new year. Maybe some of your favorite movies that have come out in 2020. We've got a lot more content coming for you guys. Of course, a couple of movies coming out, big time in the next week. We've got Wonder Woman 1984 coming out. That's coming out on HBO Max, as well as if where you're watching from, theaters are open in theaters as well. And then also we'll probably do a review on Soul when that drops on Disney Plus. But yeah, really happy that you could join us for another episode of Top of the List. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you're listening on any of our podcast services, feel free to leave us a 5-star review. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time.